last time. One last time.
Martin's out of shape, but he made up for it with his comedy. Will Smith is kind of in shape with his dad body, but the stunt doubles did their work.
No, Will doesn't have a dad body. Will was keeping up.
He has a dad body.
Oh,
Stop,
God.
don't front. Hi guys, my name is Mac. This is
Abibat.
Welcome to our series. We don't have a name yet, but we hope you guys can help us with that later on. Do you want to tell them what the series is about?
So the series is pretty much reviewing some of our favorite TV shows, movies, and also doing some food reviews. So you might encounter some mukbangs on this.
Some what?
He's not familiar. So mukbangs is pretty much where you binge food while you're
I'm
filming.
already overweight. I'm trying to. I'm not doing that with you.
But it's fun. I mean, you don't have to eat everything, but it's usually really cool.
So we're going to the topic of the day.
Yes.
Which is gonna be Bad Boys 3. We're starting off with don't do it again.
Sorry, that's my thing. I love that.
Hopefully they like it, but I doubt they will.
And if y'all don't,
they're gonna turn into a meme. You're gonna be a meme.
meme this.
Okay. Alright, cool. I'll laugh if you go viral. Watch. We felt like starting off with Bad Boys 3 is starting off with a bang. It's a huge movie for our culture. Something that everybody's been asking for, which is one of the main reasons why the movie came back. And watching the interview with Will Smith and Martin, they said they were doing this because they wanted to wait till it was right for them to start to film the Bad Boys 3 anyways. So I'm gonna go into a little bit of I guess brief history / fun facts. So Abibat, can you tell me when Bad Boys 1 came out?
Ooh, you stumped me. 98?
Wrong. 1995.
Ah! Alright.
When did Bad Boys 2 come out?
Definitely in the 2000s. That's pretty obvious, right?
Yep.
How old was I when that came out? I want to say 2005, but I feel like I'm wrong still.
2003.
Oh, come on!
You were close.
Always by a couple of years.
The first part of the series came out in 1995. They weren't actually planning on doing a sequel. The movie had such a huge reception with its audience that they decided to do a second one 8 years later. The new one that just came out 15 years from when the first one came out, which is a huge gap. I
already thought that 8-year gap was a bit
much. So. Let's be honest, you know, because you can see the difference in how they look from part 1 to part 2 to part 3. And now the other part of the fun fact is, do you know Will Smith and Martin weren't the original actors that were picked for the movie?
When they were originally picked for the movie?
When the movie was greenlighted, they weren't the ones that were originally casted for the movie. You didn't know that?
I definitely didn't know that.
Alright then.
No.
The people that were casted were actually white comedians.
Huh!
Somebody named Dana Carvey and John Lovitz. I feel like you know who John Lovitz is. This was supposed to be Martin.
Tried it. No.
If we can edit it to put it.
I'm sorry,
I can show it to them. Worst case, if we can edit it, we can put it like somewhere.
But
we can put it somewhere on the screen. But yeah, Dana was supposed to be.
It wouldn't have been the same.
You're gonna see who Will Smith's character was supposed to be.
Come on. No, you know, I actually do like this Dana Carvey guy. I know who he is.
So yeah, they weren't the original actors. They were picked two other comedians, and then so Martin was the one that was cast first, and then they asked him to pick a duo for the movie, and he actually interviewed Will Smith. They had that immediate chemistry, you know, off the first rip, and
they do have that.
From then history was made. That's the little brief.
It would have been different, y'all.
It would have been really, really different when I was looking this up. No lie. So the first movie actually got a rating of 6.9 on IMDb. That's like my source. What? Yeah, user rating. I thought it was higher than that, to be honest.
Much higher than that. See, the funny thing is you can't always trust the critics, and you
It wasn't the critics. This was the user ratings.
Oh, the user.
I don't go off critic ratings at all. I go off user ratings. So the people that actually watched the movie. Yeah. And it was a 6.9.
Apparently you can't go by that either.
Yeah, so
because I really did like the first movie. I thought it was really good.
I thought the part 2 was the best one, but once again, we can talk about that later. Now the actual review of the movie. This is gonna be the full review of what we thought about Bad Boys 3. So you can go first.
I thought the movie was really good. Very reminiscent of the first two movies. They did all of the signature shots from the first movie.
Yep.
And if you are a fan of the Bad Boys movies, then you would know what I mean by the signature shots. It was funny. Classic, bad boy funny. Action-packed. And a really good storyline. I guess the storyline for me is like a double-edged sword, and we'll get into that a little later, but I'll let you give your review.
What I thought about it was a great movie. Once again, I told you this one first saw the movie was the nostalgic feeling of the movie.
Yep.
Meaning it brings back memories,
Yep.
your childhood, your early age childhood when you first saw the first one and second one. And just that alone was enough for people to go see the movie without even seeing trailers.
Yeah.
You just heard Bad Boys 3 and you were gonna see the movie anyway. So yeah, the casting was pretty good. I mean, meaning the other actors that were in the movie with them.
Yeah.
The writing was pretty good. One thing I will say is it started off with a bang.
It did.
And you
did.
think it's a typical, bad boys movie, but it did not start out that way at all. Like we were caught off guard.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, the middle, and the ending of the movie. To be honest,
They
gave you something new that you did not expect. Mm-hmm. And she was even crying during the movie.
I was.
She was crying during the
Not
movie.
gonna give any spoilers, but I definitely.
It was very emotional. If you've seen any of the previous series, once again, the previous movies in the series, so that feeling that it gave you meant you connected with the characters, which gave you that real feel of a movie. That's what you want in a movie when you invested in the characters. So you got that real feeling. You got a lot of original cast that you would not expect to come back. People that weren't on screen for that, on air for that long in the previous movies came back. It was great acting. Martin killed it as always. He wasn't in shape for this movie.
Oh,
My man looked like he was 6 months pregnant, and he wasn't doing the sit-ups and.
Hey yo!
He was eating his rice and cabbages.
Let's just say Martin is well rested, well retired.
Yeah, so he compensated for that with his acting.
Yeah.
I mean, his comedy was top notch, and Will Smith was still trying to keep up. You can see that for his age, he's more fit than most people his age, to be honest. And I really loved it.
They both did a great job. I mean,
yeah.
I felt like they played their role. Martin being the funny sidekick, but also being there to, support Will in fighting off the bad guys and saving his life and things like that. So they played their role very well. Will Smith being the super cool, egotistic, badass cop, so to speak. So they played their role very well.
I will say one thing is I expected like a cameo or something from Gabrielle Union. I really thought
that
she was gonna be in it. I guess she wasn't. She was busy or something, but
schedules didn't really.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, she was in the second part as Will Smith's love interest. So we knew it was gonna be someone different this time around, but at least thought maybe she would make a.
There were certain parts that being part of Martin's family,
she would have been there.
She would have been there, but we didn't get to see her. It didn't break the movie, so.
All right,
still good.
So now we get to the rating section. So what'd you rate this movie out of a 10? Just remember, we're gonna do more series, so
of course,
you're setting the bar with this first rating. You're setting the bar right now with the first rating.
Thanks for humbling me, because that was really bad.
Yeah, we can't.
Because the storyline, like I said, it was good, but also I had some issues with it. I would give it a 8, because I genuinely enjoyed it. And it was in true bad boy fashion. I wanted to say 7.5, but I'm going to give it an 8 because I love the Bad Boy movies and I felt like they did a good job.
Funny enough, that was my exact rating.
Oh!
I give it an 8 as well. After I thought about it, and
we here with it.
Yeah, so I really honestly give it an 8. Once again, I feel like my rating to what goes into my rating factor is the acting, the storyline, right, and that character relation, meaning how can you pull your audience into the movie, right?
Yeah.
Plus, this movie it's one of my favorite series. It's my top 5 probably.
Really?
Movie series.
Wow.
Yes, I put it there. I have it on DVD and everything.
Okay.
I was not playing with this movie, and and the nostalgic feeling of the movie also made me give it an 8. I think an 8 is a fair rating.
It is.
Like if you had to rate all 3 movies individually, you don't have to give it a number, but in order of which one's from the best to the least favorite.
Bad Boys 2 is definitely my favorite, and I think a lot of people would probably agree, but hey, to each his own. Bad Boys 2 was just hilarious.
It was amazing.
It was so funny.
I had
The storyline
so much
was
to
so good. Yeah, there was.
I had so much to it.
It was
honestly,
really good.
I wanted to go back and watch it again, but I didn't want to ruin it for myself by.
Oh,
getting
I
too
watched
hyped.
it at least
that,
4 times.
That would have affected my rating for the third movie.
I watched it at least 4 times. I mean, I'm one of those people that if I really like a movie, I'll watch it a couple more times.
Yeah, I watched it several times, but I'm just saying,
good.
like, before I saw Bad Boys 3.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I didn't want to watch it because it would have affected my rating of 3 for sure. Like, just that hype.
You probably would have given it a 7.
I would have given it like a really high rating. Yeah, so I'll put part 2 as my number 1.
Yeah.
I'll put part 3 as my number 2,
Mm-hmm.
and part 1 as my number 3. So.
What's my number 2?
So for
I
your
did
rating,
enjoy. So my first one is definitely Bad Boys 2. That's number 1. I want to say 1 as my number 2, and then 3 as my number 3. Only because the first one is like that introduction. It draws you in. You know, that's where your investment really begins. Yeah, I did genuinely enjoy the first one, so I was kind of surprised that it got a 6. That was really.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we go back to the ratings, which is all I'm to discuss,
Yeah.
right? The first one gets a 6.9 on the user reviews on IMDb, and part 2 actually gets a 6.6. Yeah, it was a lower rating than part 1.
People don't know what they're talking about.
It was a lower rating than part 1, and part
People
3
don't know what they're talking about.
actually got, as of right now, because the movie just came out, the ratings will still fluctuate probably, or was a 7.3. And the reason I think it was the highest is because of that nostalgic feeling.
Yeah.
Everybody that's finally waited 10 years for the part 3, like, yes, amazing, 10 out of 10.
If there is going to be a 4, all right, let's not wait another 10 years. I can't imagine that Will or Martin has it in
First
them.
of all, Martin gonna be in a wheelchair. He gonna be in a wheelchair if they wait 10 years for part 4. I promise you that.
But yeah, let's not wait so long. All right, directors and writers and producers, let's get it together. And maybe an additional 2 years, and give the actors some time to get in shape, you know, for the movie. I'm just saying.
You really think Martin's gonna lose weight for the movie?
Listen,
plus
actors
again,
lose weight for movies all the time.
Once again, you need to know it's not gonna. Yeah, when they're younger.
I mean,
first of all, you think they at this point they can't replace Martin for nothing.
And
Will, the face of the series.
I don't even expect them to.
That's
do
my point.
that.
So they're the face of the series. So if they tell Martin you gotta lose weight for this, and Martin's like no. They're like, okay.
Like, who y'all gonna get?
That's it.
It's
if
me
he says
or
no,
nothing.
it's no. Literally what it is. And the man is, he's out of shape, man. And I saw him. I was thinking like after this movie, I'm going straight to the gym because I don't want to look like that.
You know what? Let me just apologize to Martin. We've been roasting you throughout this entire thing.
He's never gonna see this.
But we love you very much.
You did a great job. We love the.
It added to the comedic genius. That
I still think
have.
the funniest scene was when they were on the plane.
Oh my god!
That was the funniest.
That was
I was nonstop laughing.
That was
It was
funny.
nonstop.
Bottom line, go out and see it. You're going to enjoy it.
Yes, great movie. Very nostalgic feeling.
Yeah.
Go with a group. It's the more the merrier. It didn't disappoint. Let's put it that way.
It didn't.
It did not disappoint at all.
And even if you haven't seen the first 2, you'd still enjoy
Yes.
it. But there are some parts in the movies that
like your sister-in-law. Who
Yeah.
never seen part 1 and 2.
she hasn't seen it.
Whenever, if you see this, I'm disappointed in you. Real talk.
But she still enjoyed the movie genuinely. She didn't
How
see
have
the
you never
first
seen
2.
part 1 and 2, girl?
But don't come for my
yes.
bestie, okay?
No, you can't. How can you have never not seen part 1 and 2?
Listen,
And you're a fan of.
if you haven't seen it, see first and 2. If you have Netflix, they got it on there. Check it out.
Yeah.
But again, if you haven't seen the first and the second, you still genuinely enjoy it. It was a really good movie.
And last thing to discuss is we actually haven't picked the name for the series yet. And the reason for that is because I guess we haven't really found something that we think clicked. So we would like you guys' suggestion for what we can name the series. It can be our names mixed into it, or some sort of catchy phrase to it, or like
Flicks
one
and
unique.
Eats. Flicks and Eats was something that you don't like. Flicks and Eats. Well, we're leaving it in our audience's
Honestly,
hands.
I would like something a little more original, like to our background. I mean, like a little more like Nigeria style. Honestly, like Jollof and
Africa to the core.
Look, Jollof and Nollywood. That's what I said in the car, which is probably terrible, but something like that. You guys get it? Something like that. Something.
So
Where it's gonna be a
we're
unique
open to
catchphrase or
suggestions
hashtag.
is the bottom line.
Yeah.
But like
leave it in the
mentioned
comments
in the middle.
if you have any good things that you
Yeah,
want to suggest.
definitely.
And, we'll appreciate it. So,
Thank you.
see you guys later.